Have you ever wondered why every time you open Safari on your iPhone and search for maybe best pizza near me, it's always Google serving up the results? Like, why not Bing, Yahoo, or even DuckDuckGo? Well, it's not just because Google is everyone's go-to search engine. It's actually part of a deal so massive it makes buying a Tesla look like buying a pack of gum. That's right, Google shells out around $20 billion a year just to stay the default search engine on Apple Safari. And no, that's not a typo. $20 billion every year. So why is Google willing to spend this insane amount of cash? How did this deal even start, and why might it actually be a risky move in the long run? Buckle up, because this one's got a bit of a drama. But first things first, what exactly is Safari and what's a search engine like Google? Safari is Apple's built-in web browser. It's like a gateway to the internet on iPhones, iPads, and even Macs. Kind of like a shiny, polished front door of a mansion. Meanwhile, Google is a search engine, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, but slightly nosy butler who knows everything about your entire match. How this all started, let's rewind a bit back to the early 2000s. When the iPhone first launched in 2007, Apple needed a solid search engine to handle all those searches from their shiny new devices. Google was already the king of search, and the two companies actually got along pretty well back then. I know, right? Shocking. They struck a deal. Google will be the default search engine in Safari, and in return, Apple will get a cut of the ad revenue from all those searches. This was a win-win. Apple got passive income, and Google got prime access to the millions of Apple users. But then iPhone blew up, like really blew up, and this deal turned into a gold mine. Fast forward to today, Google is paying Apple somewhere between $18 to $20 billion a year just to stay the default search engine in Safari. And that's one of the biggest deals in tech history. But then, why is Google willing to pay so much? Well, it's all about traffic and data. See, the more people use Google, the more data it collects, and the better it can target ads. And ads are Google's bread and butter. It's how they make most of their money. Plus, by staying the default, Google keeps other competitors like Bing, Yahoo, and DuckDuckGo from snagging all those precious Apple users. But this deal is not all rainbows and dollar signs. This deal has caught the attention of regulators and antitrust watchdogs who worry it's creating an unfair playing ground. Some say it may limit competition and consumer choice. After all, most people stick to the default setting even if they don't necessarily prefer them. And sure, $20 billion might just be a dent in Google's massive bank account, but that money could go a long way elsewhere, like innovating new products, improving privacy, and cutting ad clutter. Plus, Google is already the world's most popular search engine. You think they could just rely on people trusting their brand enough to go into settings and switch them back if needed, right? But here's the thing, most phone users aren't exactly tech nerds. They don't care where their answers come from, they just need answers fast. So if Google ever decides to stop paying this sum, it's a big risk. Would they still dominate without the default status, or would it open doors for competitors to finally catch up? That's the billion-dollar question. So I kind of want to paint a bigger picture about what this all means. Well, for Apple, it's a massive revenue boost. For Google, it's a way to maintain dominance in search. And for us users, it's a reminder that the free internet we enjoy isn't really free. It's paid for with our data and attention. Alright, I know you are so immersed in this video you can't wait to hear the next fact, but that's about it, and that's the story of the most expensive deal in tech history. If you found this interesting, hit that like button, subscribe for more tech breakdowns, and let me know in the comments, do you think this deal is a smart move or just a digital monopoly in the sky? I'm Chef, I promise I only cook tech, and I'll see you in the next one.